Make sure the volume's up all the way. What's up, Mr. Jared? I just turned it on. Gonna pick up stuff. I'm gonna open a little package over here in a minute. I just got through putting the timing plate on. I had it. I took it off another motor I had that wasn't run yet. What's up, Willard? We'll let a few people come in, you know. I had fun chilling with Farquads in the chat. Well, watching him for a minute, even though he still had slack in his chain. He could have took another link or two out. But then, you know, we still stayed in the chat after it went off anyway, but yeah. But no, my part finally came in. Like I said, it made 2 trips around the state. Yeah, it gives people something to do if they're not doing nothing. I mean, I got off earlier today and it's raining. I don't go out. I don't do stuff like that. Unless, you know, somebody was to come into town, we might go out and eat or something like that. Other than that, I don't go out or do anything, you know. I'm a homebody these days. That was the younger man's. I could care less about going out and eating out too. I don't do that every weekend or nothing. That was the first time I ate out in probably months when I ate out with Jared and Kevin. Last time I ate out was probably with my son. That's about it. I'll order some shit and go pick it up. Yeah. I usually don't go inside, though. Now, lunch, sometimes I'll have lunch in Faraday at Big John's. I'll go in there and sit. They know me by name when I call on the phone, so it don't matter. It's a small place, though, the one in Faraday. They got smoked chicken, good hamburgers, ribs. Their pulled pork's kind of dry. They don't put nothing on the sandwich. You could tell them how to make the sandwich how you want it, but I like Texas pulled pork. Center Texas with pulled pork with some cold sliced dill pickles on the side. And yeah, maybe a little bit of homemade sauce. Yep, got to put some tools up. I had to use Kevin's shop, the nice one with the pin and the magnet in the end that don't come out. Yeah, it's nice. But I didn't use the magnet. Of course, I just used the outliner, the scraper, or the tracer, whatever you want to call it, or the picker. It's just a good one to make my little timing mark at 0 when I had it locked down and everything. And then that way I can rotate it. Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn this on so I can read y'all. And I don't have to read my phone. Let me turn the volume off this. Yeah, Jared, I haven't eaten out in a long time. I mean, I usually don't. I go with my son the last time. He likes El Patro's right there in town, little Mexican restaurant in the same parking lot where we got the seafood and crawfish. Yeah, El Patro's is right back there. It's a family-owned little business, and they've been here for years. Everybody loves them. But they also got the one in town there right by the bank, and it's good too. We got two Mexican restaurants, a Mandarin-ish Chinese restaurant. Basically, it's Chinese, but I forget what nationality they call themselves. But you know, it's Asian, Chinese, not Japanese, and they're good too. My son went to school with one of their sons, the oldest son. Their oldest son's named Vincent. But he don't talk much English either. He talks straight whatever they talk. But the parents can talk a little English. So usually the mom talks. If you had to talk to one of them, it'd been her. But now he takes all the stuff at the window. So Yeah, usually if I eat out, I'll stop and get me a sweet tea or something every like once a week. I might drive through McDonald's and get a sweet tea and a fish sandwich. I don't eat that beef patty crap. But yeah, getting the old cleaner worked on. I got to pick up, I had more stuff laying here, a couple tools. Got the package right there, and we're going to open it in a minute, see what it looks like on there. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit better light on there now. She's cleaned up and purty. Let's see that timing plate on there. Just so nice. It's clocked to about halfway. The horizontal was so badass. I'm gonna put this one on the Parma kit too. The horizontal is stupid powerful, but it's still good to go. It don't have 20 hours on it. It probably got 10, 15. But I broke that front mount, so I just pulled it and parked it. It's still together, ready to rock. It just needs that front hole retapped. I don't know if I could tap it bigger. I guess I could probably try. Or put one of those certs in there, whatever y'all call them. I could probably do one of those and put a cert for the front mount. But I'm not riding it no time soon. I'll ride this. I'll put this on the bike and ride it before I ride the horizontal again. But it's great. You could slap it on now if it had the front hole, put the 85cc pipe in a Parma kit. And what was I running on it? Oh yeah, PWK 21. It'd eat everything. Everything. Yeah, I had took two of those screws and used them in something else, in one of those Polini carbs or something. I don't know. I used the two good ones on the other VM18, and I used one of the screws on one of the Polini carbs. That's why I only had the one normal screw in it. But I'm pretty sure, I was hoping it had all the rest of the parts. I don't think I robbed anything out of it, because the other carb didn't need nothing. None of those parts are wore out or nothing. Like I said, Jared, that one's the newest one I bought. It probably don't have, well, it's got some hours on it, but it's still good. It's like brand new. I mean, them bitches last forever if you take care of them. And then they can be rebuilt. But well, you ought to try to jet your Bofang out. But you can do the VM18. But if it seems to be too much power for you, then you're gonna have to go back to the to the other one. But I did hear you say in the chat at Farquads that it was running good, and you had been delivering on it. I'm glad, because it did sound good once it starts running right. It sounded good, especially if you can get your main close to the right main you need. It helps out the whole circuit area. Everything runs better when you get your jet right, even if you're not, even if you're just cruising. Having your main right helps everything, and your pilot, and your needle, all that just, is Gucci together. Yep, what? What? Yeah, bro, I'm here. I'm here. I just want to see you. Oh, you see me in the reflection of here, huh? Oh, snap. Anyway. Yep. I seen Leonard talking about getting a new phone. Shit, ain't nobody cheaper than mine. And it's got a crack. I forgot it had a crack right through the camera lens, through the middle. That's why I get all the glares and ghost things and get out of focus and all that crap. It's got a crack right through the center of the lens. But yeah. Where's Dookie at? Gotta get him in there, Dookie. Spoil performance, Dookie. It is, Jared. That's my old Athena I rebuilt. I just refreshed it. Well, basically, yeah, I rebuilt it. I pulled it down, stripped it down. Put the 1/2-inch hole in the center of the crank. That's it. I didn't do the other ones, just a center. Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh. That's for doozy. Yeah, at least it's Friday. I had a shower, even though it still felt like I had insulation in my arms. All right, let's open it. Oh, yeah. Needs a little cleaning off, a little dishwashing soap. But yeah, that's what we want. We want the big hole. Make sure it's smooth. I see a little machine mark. It's smooth. Not an as-is part, real part. No, I get warranty. Not as is. Stick that donkey back there, bro. Let's get 2 screws. Let me pick up some parts real quick. I'll grab a couple sets of reeds and some screws real quick. Let me pick these. Let me pick some stuff up. Put my pins away and my Allen keys. And I got to keep one of these out. This one. For the cover. My spring got sent out. You know, Dookie lives right there in PA. Of course, he's going to get his before anybody. Yeah. I mean, nobody getting theirs faster than him. But, yeah, mine's still on the way. And I got the little $15 clutch tool, whatever. Yeah, I ordered all that 3 weeks ago. Well, I guess when everybody else did, I don't know. A month ago was the pre-order or something. All right, I got to keep that out for the cover. Put a little dab of Loctite on them. Got the upgraded magneto with the red magnets. Got the upgraded coil. These are all parts I already had. This is the only new part I bought. This thing. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Remember those TGIF Friday with Urkel and all of them? I used to love the Full House. I mean, Family Matters. Yeah. Anyway. Yep. TGIF. I have my old metal reeds, you know. I could always use them if I wanted to. Ting, 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 ting. But, you know, I got these dual stage big wapper. Got the one big one and the 2 little ones. And the one big one. I like the big ones. They make some cool one. Also, cutting your own when you do the one big reed, cutting your own is a lot easier too. Let's take a. Oh, they didn't get no screws yet. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, because when we get the spring, we'll be rebuilding the clutch, and I still want to see if these blue springs will hold. I'm not going to run the red. The red's overkill. I might see if the blues hold when I do install it and all that. That'd be wild from now. But I do want to put my sealed bearing clutch and upgraded plate and stuff. That's what I want to run. All right, let me grab 2 screws. I mean, we could go big. We're not doing all that. I don't need all that. Not knowing where I put my normal wrench. Yep, I got some gaskets too, the nice original gaskets that come with the Athena kit. I'm gonna slap on there when I put this one together. Yep, it's perfect. It's perfect. Looks good. Let me see if I can get that light off there in the glare. Oh, yeah. And let's see if we can get a little light in there. She look good with the thing on there. All right, we can do one more thing. We'll just go temporarily go grab a carb and slap on there, and then I'm gonna put my cover back on and cover up my nice Rhino bed liner cover, lightly sprayed. A couple coats. Yeah. And you never know. Eventually, I may get another one of those covers one day, a couple months, and slapping one of those open window covers on there again. Because I only have one open window, and I got the closed normal one, but I don't want to drill the hole in it. I just don't even like running it, really. I'd rather it breathe and be open than anything. Yep. It's going to be a nice runner. Let me grab the car. My old original PWK. Clean this off a little bit. Make sure no dust going to get in there. I have to shorten up the tube, but this is the tube. This is the $25 tube I was telling y'all about when I bought it a couple of years ago. That was the good tube there. That's for Leonard right there. Gotta shorten that tube up. It can't be that long. The carb will be back. I'll have it where it's like this much room between the carb and the end of that intake tube. So, they won't touch. but I'll have like half inch in there between the two. If I don't have to kick it out, which I'll probably end up having to buy the $25 one and cut it back where it comes to there and then kicks and make it real short bend. You know, it probably won't be this long, but it'll have that 45 in there. I need to either kick it out this way or kick it out the opposite way, depending on how the bike's set up, or, you know. But yeah, like that, it'd be a screamer though. A little too long of the intake. I mean, it'd work just fine, but I don't like it being that long. I don't like the one on the big bore Monster I got. I don't like it being as long as it is either. Yeah, it'll be so much cleaner with the seal bearing clutch. And I pull the safe clutch off, knock out the shaft, put the SP spring in there, green pads, upgraded steel plate, and be done with it. No worrying about the clutch, no worrying about the seals, no worrying about the gear here, no worrying about the cylinder because it's quality stuff. So it should be a nice, good ripper. The timing's pretty good. The timing's pretty good on it. I'll probably have to clean this sucker up. This gasket up here was getting old in the top. You know, it's smashed out. I haven't used it in a while. It's getting smashed out on the corner and a little dusty. Needs clean. This is clean in there. A little dusty though. Tube's still good. Tube's still good. What's that? I was surprised to see the guy. I don't know who that is, but yeah, they got stock class, Jared. And that's the only thing you can run is a stock carb. Now you can port the crap out the engine and you can put reeds on it, but it's had to have like a stock head and a stock carb. And I think you can even put a pipe on it. I'm not sure about the pipe, but definitely. And hell, I don't know. They changed that shit up so, you know, I don't know. But yeah, they have a stock class where you have to keep the carb and I think the head, but you can port it, jet it, all that crap, because I've seen them. Seen them with little OZ reeds, just like yours, just like you got on your Avenger now with the stock carb and the OZ reed at the races. I've been watching them for what, 4 years since they started publishing them, and they forgot to publish one, which pissed us off. Which they do a shit job anyway. If you're not gonna fucking sit there and talk to us or have someone talking to us, or at least get us off the fucking shaking pole, put us over there by the building at the starting line or something. I mean, Jesus, help us. I mean, you're not doing nothing. No, I mean, the little video that they're doing is doing no publicity for their fucking little race they put on in small town desert. You know, that shit's fucking shit. We want to see that shit. Yeah, we want to see. No one walks the camera and looks at the bikes. No one does any of that shit. That's how you get people wanting to watch your stuff. I mean, yeah, everybody knows about it, but nobody comes to watch that shit on the internet. There should be fucking at least 1,000 people in the fucking comments watching this shit. As many as people as fucking into this hobby. They don't. Half of them don't even give a fuck about the races, truly. They don't. Because it's a shit show. What's up, Paul? Jared, that's my class I said I'd race in. That would be my class. I said it years ago. And what's the class? Super Sport? Something like that? Yeah. It'd be the funnest class. Yeah. If I win, that's what I'd be racing. I said that already. Go back and they can look it up. You got no reason to lie. But yeah, Super Sport or anything, you know, even hell, the stock class. Yeah, that's cool too. No go-karts. We like go-karts, but no, this is this motorized bike. motorized bike stuff, brother. But you're good. You're good. We like go-karts. We like all engines. No, I just got a new intake I put on there, and then I had a timing plate on another engine to retard the timing back a little bit for this Minarelli vertical. Athena. The intake and the carb just for looks right now. It's not going to be, if I ran it, it wouldn't be that long. It'd be even closer. No, we're just hanging out. Yep. Welcome, Lucas. Yeah, I had a go-kart as a kid. Trust me, I love them. Me and my buddy saved one, 2 years ago. He just welded the bottom steel plate on it the other day, getting it ready for his kids. Even though his kids has got mini bikes and little dirt bikes and all the electric. His kids are spoiled, which is cool though. But they don't ride them as much as they should. Like his son, if we had little dirt bikes like that when we was kids, little two-stroke dirt bikes, we would ride them until they broke, or till you pulled us off of them. I had 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers and stuff like that, little go-karts. But yeah, I got a new intake for my Athena, new SP intake, so I could run PWK or. Already got the hoses. I just don't have the angled hose no more. But yeah, we got the Viton seals in there. Upgraded magneto, upgraded coil. Got her clocked in, on point. Oh. Yep. As is cover though, nothing wrong with that as is cover. What's hiding in there? What's that hiding in there? What's that doing in there? What you doing in there, bro? What are you doing in there? You still look brand new. I still look brand new. Oh yeah. The metal ones are still good. They only had 6.5 hours on them too, as long as the other one had, as long as the engine had. No wear on them yet. Little dust from setting up. Still good on the corners. Everything just needs cleaned. Oh, yeah. I've had to readjust stuff after running it for a while. It's what happens. Actually, this one right here, I could put some bolts on it and check the squish as it is. I didn't run no bottom gasket last time. I just ultra graded. Actually, I was using Honda Bond, which is probably better than the ultra grade. But on the top side, I did have a gasket, and I'm gonna redo it the same way. But I'm gonna probably sand the top a little bit more. Like I said, I'll check the squish before I add the gasket to see what it's at, and then I'll add me I got a homemade gasket from the Cometic stuff, but and then I'll torque it down and see what it is again. It's all still loose, no bolts are in it. But the piston, it has its clips and it's in there. Bottom end's clean, everything's good to go. I just installed the oil. I pulled it off the Avenger. Bottom end I had that wasn't built yet. Actually, it was for the hybrid power bottom end that I had. I had took the magneto and the coil off of it. Or I might have used the coil. This is one of their coils that I bought from Hybrid Power last year, whatever, $9 or $13 is what that is. But this is the magneto off the Avenger. I mean the Avenger, yeah, the hybrid power bottom end. Updated magneto. Yeah. I didn't run a gasket here either. I just ultra grade, let it dry for a few minutes, and then squished it down on it. And yep. Yep. Now, if you just had one of those SP heads on there, Jared, you'd be pimping. But the stock head doing you good. Did you bust out one of the new gaskets, or did you sand the top of your cylinder, your Avenger cylinder? Did you take it off and sand the top of it, and then add the gasket, whatever, to make sure it was flat? Tell me what you did. What's up, Royal Duke? Got my SP parts in too. Big trumpet style, Elena Rolo style, big trumpet. Got me my small 32 millimeter intake. Let me get this off here. Yeah, bruh. She's got all the little bells and whistles. My old PWK. All right, I'm just goofing around. Just goofing around. It do that sometimes. Well, good. Yeah, because you fixed that, and it's going to run better for sure. Oh, let me get this in some light. Because, yeah, it wants to run. And it sounds good with that little reed on there. Let's see what I can set this up here. It don't look as good that way as it did the other way. What's up, Leonard? Got me my 32 millimeter intake, and got my SP timing plate installed. Already had that. The only new item was the intake. I just got, I'm doing it in your style, Leonard. I got the trumpet mode kicking. It's too long, but that's the one I had on or the other piece of pipe I had cut off. Of course, if I was able to run it straight, I'd shorten it up a lot. Jared's been here. Paul's been here for a minute. Jared watched me open the intake and take a peek at it. Yep. Yeah. Oh, you didn't get to look in there, huh, Paul? Let me bring you in, Paul. Hold on. Let me get a little sideways, and I'll bring you in from the front side. It's a timing plate, Smolik mates, and ever since they put them out, I've been messing with them since the very first time I got my hands on one. Not every engine needs one, but the Minarelli like this that we do can benefit from it. It's just a nice, cool item that you can play with. You ain't got to get super scientific. And yeah, one of my baddest ass engines ever built was on one of these plates. But yeah, right now she's at halfway. So 7.5 degrees from the base timing, and she'll be having a Parma kit on it too. So I'll just have to make a pipe for it again when I go to run it one day. So no time soon. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's your telltale. Every carb has a range. So yeah, you're going all the way in with no changing. You got to drop or raise. I forget which way it goes. So yeah, you said it. It's already in your head. So bigger jet. Yep. Go out, you get more air. Go in, you're trying to get more gas. So that's what it is. But chilling. Got my stuff on. Got the stuff on. Got the Viton seals in. Got the as is cover right here. You know, it's got some miles on it. I don't know which one. This could be the first one or the third one. I don't know which one it is, but I got like 3 of them, 3 or 4. They still don't know what that is, but they should know what that is. They should know. They should know. They know they can't get them no more. How about that? Nah, they are the nicest little chain sprockets though. Was the light better? Let's see if I can get a little angle on it. It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I can brighten it up a little bit if I needed to. I just don't want to move the phone around too much because I don't. Let me see how much signal it says I got. Yeah, it says I got 3 bars, three out of 5. But I'm also in the Faraday cage in the room. They locked out Jared. If I walk out the door, I'll get all bars. But it's raining again. And it's like a freaking swamp out there. Can't do nothing. I got to make a hit on the bike the other day, and I was like, I got to go up again. Didn't start fast enough. Came home, parked it, and that was it. It's running good, though. I think I got to drop the pilot on it, on the big board. Had it about right. It's about broke in now. And yeah, it was sitting there island, and it just sit there. And I was like, oh, man, I could try it. I could try to lower it once. I think the next one down I got's a 42. Right now it's on the stock pilot that come with the carb, which is a 45, I think. Something like it. I had to go check. Yeah, that's that 11, Leonard. I only had 2 of them, and I've used both of them back and forth. The other one's on the Avenger over there on the green bike. Might be better, Jared, across the South here is AT&T's the king. Verizon's like the newcomer, and they still got shitty towers here because they're buying them from us, not Google. Whatever the fuck Will said, he knows everything. Yeah, used to be South Central Bell. AT&T bought all those fools out years ago. And then they had to break up the monopoly. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about politics. But yeah, you got AT&T phone, you're good all the way to freaking Vegas. I don't know about when you enter that blue state of California, though. You may have to break out the other phone, the Verizon. Because my buddy in Maryland come down with his Verizon, and he had no damn signal either. I said, well, I come up there to yours, and I had signal. Maybe not the best, but it wasn't as worse as when he came down here. Yeah, don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, they stay all stretched. Jared's got the super crappy, I don't know, he looked like he had a stock chain. I could have gave him a slightly used 41. It would have been better. Anyway, don't matter. Yeah, but after time, they get sloppy. The 420, I thought it was good, Paul, and it is a good chain, but it was big, and it would eat the inside of my doors on the case, and it'd eat your tire, it'd eat my frame, and I snapped one at pedal speed trying to crank the Athena. Back when I first built the Athena, this engine, and I had it on the green bike, I had a 420 chain on there, and I snapped that bitch. It locked up because of me and crappy alignment or something, and slack, because I also had the stock chain tensioner on my runs over here on the run side, 4.5 years ago or 4 years ago. So yeah, because I had the 32 on there. I didn't have like a 36 or a 40 back then. I just had this 32, and I didn't even have a 36, I don't think, yet. I just had the stock ones and then a 40 or something. No, I had the stock ones and I bought a 32. And I left the 32 on the tire when I put the Athena on there. But yeah, it locked up in the back of that green bike right there when I was pedaling trying to start it, and it snapped. It locked the chain up. It snapped it and locked the chain between the rim and the hub, and I couldn't. Yeah. I basically had to drag that bitch back into the driveway, and then I broke the chain loose, scarred up the inside of my frame there. I lightly sanded it, and it was a good, nice quality 420, and I snapped that one. But it had slack in it and shit, and then I was like, I need smaller with just as much strength. I didn't go down like super small. I finally found that 41, and it stretches too, but it don't. It'll stretch a little bit, and then it'll hold its shit long as like you're not like blocking it up, sliding and shit like that, some kind of way, stretching it that way. But small and China dolls and little 50 cc's, they'd be fine with it. It's not going to break. I haven't broke one yet, and I had it even on the horizontal. I had the little 41 from Tractor Supply, 41 roller. It did great, but it was smaller. I liked the chain not being as wide. It was lighter. It was smoother. Wasn't as strong, but yeah, it worked out better. It was smaller inside of there, smaller better clearance for my tire, which was the main key starting off 5 years ago, was to find a smaller chain after I don't know why I used the 420. But yeah, even the 40, I mean, the 35 go-kart chain, those are super strong too, like way strong. But the 41 was good because you could get the 10-foot package for, I don't know what it was, $40, 35, 40, 50, something like that. I don't know. It's a good deal. And I could get 3 chains out of that one package. So I was like, yeah. And it come with one master link. I would just go buy the 2 or 3 pack of master links you could get off the shelf right there above the chain. When you pulled it off the shelf, they have the master links on the wall and shit. And you can get singles, or they had multi-packs of the master links. But yeah, if you need more chain alignment, the 41's great for what it is, for what we're doing. And as long as you're not, like the horizontal, like my big bore, when I had the timing a little messed up in the beginning and it was locking the tire up and shit and sliding, and plus the small clutch gripping, yeah, that stretched the hell out of that chain. I backed the tire up 2 times and I was like, fuck that. After it stretched it twice and I pulled it, did more work to it, I reset the timing, got it down, and then I put the seal bearing clutch on it. Yeah, all the goodies. So I wouldn't have to hear the chatter of the Smolik BTG while I'm sitting there idling or trying to tune. Yeah. Or tearing it up from just idling. Yeah. I don't want to, yeah. I could have tore mine up damn near from just sitting there idling. And yeah, anyway. It's a good chain for cheap. If you ever want to try one, I can recommend it. Good for clearance, good for all that good stuff. I was thinking about putting getting one of these and grinding the head off and just hot gluing it in the hole so nobody can see that I did the timing plate upgrade just to be sneaky. Just cut the tip off, even though I didn't show it all y'all. I still may do it. I wanted to do it on every engine I put it on just to be funny. But yeah, I'll cut it off and just hot glue it in the hole here, because you have to grind this whole way up here to be able to clock it. And that's just halfway. That's just me clocking it halfway. You don't need no more than that. But I still got room if I want to be stupid. Still got more room, but I had to drill the. So yeah, I'll probably do that just to be a little cool trick. I have to grind that sucker down right there, tap on it, because it is on my door. Or I'll grind the back of this down, since I'm gonna not use that anyway, because that little piece right there is coming out, or it's actually all the way through. I seen the backside, it was fine. But sticking out a little far there, touching the inside of that door, the screw hole mount. Hadn't tried to put the door on, just did the modification earlier, right before it came online. So I can grind the back of this door hinge here. Grind that. What's up, Mike? Because I don't want to hit on any of this. These screws go into the plate, and the plate screws to the case. So, or actually, it don't even hit it. That's cool. I can still do it then. I thought it was hitting it. It's not hitting it. We're good. It's just right beside it, though. Yep. So we'll put the cover back on in a minute. Like I said, bottom end's complete now. Now I just gotta might buy new nuts for these screws. I got some over there, but then again, you never know. But yeah, I need to torque it down. Check the squish now. Not right now, but maybe later when I get off. And then I can see if I want to sand the top down or whatever I got to do to get it right, because I'm going to put a gasket under here. The bottom don't get a gasket. It's, you know, ultra gray, but I'm going to put a gasket on top. And if the Athena gasket's thinner than my homemade gasket, I'm going to use it. So I definitely would probably have to do a little sanding. But if you really read your paper, it comes with your kit. The optimal squish is what, 0.92 for this cylinder on the 40 stroke, or the 39.9 scooter stroke. But anyway, yeah, it's like 0.92. It says in that sheet. Oh yeah, my original spacers from years ago. I bought both of them in the same year. I've only bought 2 of them. That was the first one, and the other one that I finally used is when I built the 50cc liquid cool. I used a small spacer on it, 10mm spacer, and I actually could have used 11mm spacer. So Kevin, if you're here listening, you could check everything out. But yeah, I think I could have went with 11. I could have did. You could make, if you're going to make your own. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I could have went with 11mm spacer, because I'd have used that and the thick gasket, that thick gasket you get from O'Reilly's or any auto parts stores. The big white sheet, square sheet. It's like 1200 degrees. I think it's like 1.5mm thick or something, but it squishes down. Rotate the coil, son. Rotates the coil, retards. Plate's only made for retardation. Matthew. I see Dave. What up, Dave? Yeah, Dave. I can't help it. I dust the dust off of it and clean it back up and make it 10 times better. I got a few gaskets. I'm not using cereal box liner unless I have to, and I don't got no cereal boxes. But yeah, I'm just putting the parts and pieces to it. I got the dual stage reeds in there, the 2 small and the 1 big flap. But that's what I got in, was my 32mm intake. And put that on. I know Dave don't care, but at least I'm keeping it motorized bike related. Anyway, I got my 32mm intake. And a timing plate. Got that on there. Yeah, I never used one yet either. I've seen people using them, but I just go buy the stuff at the store. All Energy. Check my new I got the family crest up there now. Pimping. Catch me outside. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Hold on. I'm sorry, I said that stupid second. Oh, shoot it. Yeah, now it done turned away. Yeah, it's not going to make it. No. Turn back over here. It ain't going to make it no bigger. But yeah. They can go research what all that means. Have fun. But yeah. I had to go on there and hell, I was like, I'm gonna even give me a freaking trucker style hat made with the family. I think they was trying to sell me a hat for like $7. I was like, nah, I'm good, maybe later. But why is the chat disconnected? Chat shouldn't be disconnected. There we go. Make sure everything's good to go. Oh yeah, my picture's blurry. What a crap phone. All right. Yeah, put the cover on in a minute. I'll do the screw trick. Maybe tomorrow I'll go out there and grind the end of the screw off and hot glue it in the hole. I ain't got no super glue, or I put a little dab of super glue. I got some hot glue that I can do that. It'll stay in there. Yeah. Understandable. Yep. This one should, I just got to figure out, I might use one of the pipes I already have to build a pipe. I just may have to extend the header length a little bit. I don't know how it's going to run better than making it shorter. That's for damn sure. Don't want to make it no shorter. But we'll have to see. I'm not trying to spend no money on no pipe or nothing this year. So I got enough. I should be able to make something work. I mean, I was going to do a small short with all the pipes I built over the years. Kevin built one, my design though. Other pipes I welded. I just cut and re-welded to fit my bike. Kevin modded my pipe and welded, and he did everything on the one pipe. I was just there to give my opinion on how I wanted it, which is in the leg burner 5,000 category, because it did get me. And we knew it was going to get me, and it got me. It didn't get me as bad as Leonard's got him. Hell no. Or Lucky. Did y'all see Lucky leg? I seen him go live earlier today or yesterday. Oh, yeah. He was with his shorts on wherever he's at, and he let that head kiss his leg. Man. Like, he was sitting by aloe vera plant, and that's before I seen his sore. He's like, ooh, let me get a piece of this. And he broke it off. I thought he was going to eat a piece of it, because people do that. And they also use it for sores. So I looked, and then he started squeezing it and dabbing it on something, and then pan the phone down there, and he had his big burn on the side of his leg. I didn't know it was a burn. That's how bad it looked. He was like, oh, he's like, the bike kissed me. And I was like, oh. He was dabbing that aloe vera on there. I was like, yeah, that's a good thing for that. But yeah, that's the worst one I've seen since Leonard's. Whew, yeah, the blister, Jared, yeah, it popped. I didn't see none of that. If you've seen any of that, I don't know. I just happened to see his live being on when I got off work, and I was like, let me check him out. He was sitting there chilling in the shade somewhere in town. And yeah, I'm sorry, y'all, a little tired. Hunched over in the attic this morning doing man work. That's the first thing I said. I'm too old for this shit. Hunched over, crawling through ceilings. At least it was a nice ceiling, but it's still, I put a mask on, because as soon as we started messing with those vents, the insulation, even though they're covered, but at the ends, that shit goes in the air, bro, and it's everywhere, and it's on you, and I'm re-hooking up vents and taping stuff up and moving stuff. And yeah, shit gets everywhere. I have a mask on up there. I'm not trying to breathe that shit in. Yeah, I let mine barely touch me when me and Jared rode through town. We stopped to look at the cave-in section. I hadn't went back and looked at it, Jared. I wonder how bad it is now, because it was way worse. The week after you left, it was twice as bad. They had it really blocked off, like that whole intersection. You couldn't go through. Every neighborhood, everyone had to go up a street, whatever street they was on. They had to go up to another street to come back around. I'm not itchy, but I did feel like a little prick or two here and there after the shower in my arms. That's about it. I know pantyhose will pull it out. You can get pantyhose and rub it up and down you, and pantyhose will pull out any that you may have in you. But the bad thing was Leonard had some gloves on, and when it gets on the bottom side of the gloves are rubber, the top side's cloth, like the 3M work gloves. And so, yeah, you get some on your hands because they get on the glove and they stay on the glove, the top side, the cloth side. Yeah, I got used to working in gloves years ago. Your hands come out less beat up. Though if you don't watch it, you'll spin your shit up on a drill quick. So yeah, start using a drill and you're touching it at the end, the screw. Something you don't want to have no glove on because you'll spin yourself up. No matter how long you've been doing it, it'll still get your ass. Yeah, you was gonna jump, all right. You'd end up in Florida again. We'll see if it's still raining real quick. I'm gonna go make me a coffee, and then I'm gonna figure out something to eat because we already been on an hour. No, it's sprinkling out there. Up toward the building down. Yeah. Got rid of the gun cabinet. Got a little more room. Just got to make sure shit don't get acquired. Saved all the old cylinders. I had a few more somewhere. I don't know where they went to. Just old junk. One's messed up. All the other ones were old. I forgot. Whenever it dries out, it'll start to round up, bro. Shit ain't cheap no more. Anyway, yeah, we've been on here. Well, I'll keep it going. Let me go make coffee. Y'all can get ready to, because we've been on here for an hour already. I ain't supposed to be on here for an hour. Let me go make my coffee. Y'all hang out, get ready. We'll have a safety meeting before we leave. And then again, we may make it to an hour and 30 minutes. Right now, we're only at an hour and 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So let me go make a coffee. Y'all chill out for a minute. We ain't going nowhere. Ain't got much to look at. I don't even know how much battery I got left, but anyway, I'll be right back, guys. Maybe. Just a bit. No. Be right back. Yeah. Only 3 left. I guess the safety meeting's going to be small. Better for us. Yeah, I went and got an 1/8 of the OG gelato the other day. I left the what was it, the other one, the gelato 45. That shit put my ass to sleep, which is good. I was like, I get some more of that another day. I don't need none of that right now. It's like, let me try the other stuff again. The lighter stuff. The OG gelato. This was some of the same mixture, Jared, when you was down. I didn't get the other one though, the one that put my ass to sleep. Setting up, put my ass to sleep. No, it wasn't the ice cream. It was just OG gelato, and then gelato 45 was like the darker one. But the mixture of the two together. I had the joint in my pocket when we stopped, and I pulled it out. And Jared and Kevin, I forgot we had already smoked a piece of it though. I forgot about that. But Jared and Kevin were behind me about 10 foot, 6 foot, something like that. As soon as it crested the pocket, Kevin's like, I don't know. He's like, damn it, it smells like weed everywhere we go. It was so funny. But yeah, we had already smoked half the joint at the mound. It was fucking us both up because I'm not used to smoking paper. I don't smoke paper at the house, very seldom. That was just for when we was out and about. But yeah, I'm just going to hit it through the bat. Yeah, well, that's just my refreshed Athena Sport. My first fast engine I ever built, which was like cheating. And then I wanted to learn how to port and do all that. After I played with this a couple hours, I pulled it and shelved it for another day, like today or tomorrow. And I built it back a little better. It was fun and nice, but it was too fast for what I had it on back then. And I wasn't safe. I didn't feel safe about it, even though I built it good as I could back then for what knowledge I had and shit. The setup I had it on, like the bicycle rims and tires and coaster brake hub, chain tensioner on the motor chain side. That's where I hate the chain tensioner. I don't care about the pedal side. The pull side though matters, and the only way I run one on the Cranbrook is because if I don't, I have to run it with a 32 or it eats the frame. 36, it'll eat the frame because it puts the chain too close to the. Anyway, it's got its reasons. But yeah, y'all spark them. We're gonna be in here a couple more minutes. I usually do the hour, because I'm on my phone. I may get my own Wi-Fi box, but I'm not going to use theirs. I took that off my bill. I was like, I don't use their box. Never did. Lady took it off the bill. I'm just waiting for the bill to come in so I can confirm. I bet they send me a box in the mail now to send back their router. Won't you fire? You'll send me a box now that I'm not using. Now that I got that discount, your box is sitting right here being unused. My discount. But yeah, I got my new intake in 32 Smollett, the 32, and I got my dual stage reeds in there. I still got my old metal ones. They're still good. Like I said, they only got the 6 hours on them, 6.5. Only a couple hard pulls, and that was about it. My cylinder still looks new. The piston looks good. I took care of her when I wrote it, so. But she's back now, chilling. I forgot to look up there at the chat again. Yep. Puff Puff. I know. But you know, sometimes it just makes it easier. Yep. But it's fun playing with the little plate and stuff. I gave one to Kevin. He don't know where he put it. He may have gave it to somebody else. But I had, when I first built, no, I take that back. The first, no, that's the second fast engine was the Falcon. And I had the time plate on it too, but I only had it at like 4.5 degrees. I should have took it halfway and see what it did, because it could have went faster than what it did. It ran great. And I want to build another one. I mean, I pulled it too. It's still together. It's put away. I got it wrapped away, put it in the house. I think I snatched the rear sprocket off of it and maybe the door, but everything else is still on it. But I didn't do nothing with that but make it a 40 stroke. And maybe I think I lightly sanded the roof of the exhaust or something. And that was about it. I didn't do no port work on it or nothing. Like I did the one in my other short or whatever. I put the boost port, third transfer, raised the exhaust roof so I could get a better blowdown percentage than what it had. But yeah, the first one, I never did nothing to that. I just ported the intake a little bit for flow. No boost port, no nothing. And I did like 58 on it, a little VM18 and a little KTM 65 modified. And it had more in it. It was a 60 mile an hour plus little setup. And it's out in the house though. The house I did on it was like 58. But it pulled its ass off. It ran like a top. But I could have got more out of it too. And that's the standard cylinder. That's not the big reeded back Falcon. That's the standard 32 millimeter intake screw hole intake. Yep. They're 32 millimeter on the standard Falcon cylinder. The one without the big reed cage. What are all talking about? Yeah, Avengers Hill, Raul. They saved the day. I'm gonna have to break out my Avenger comic books. I think I got a few of them out in the house stashed away. I quit collecting though when I was a kid. I got a couple of, what were those price guide things I glanced at a couple of times and see what was up and going on. Yeah. But I still got the comic books I had from when I was a kid. I don't have all the Star Wars and G.I. Joes that we had, because we had damn near all of them. Yep. We came home one time, and I'm talking about as kids, still in the 80s, with a trash bag full of freaking Star Wars toys from the garage sale. That shit was still like new. I'm talking about black trash bag full of toys. G.I. Joe 2. We got new toys too, but garage sales were cool as a kid. Mom and them would go. We would tag along once we found out that you could find cool toys. Yeah. But I hadn't done that in years. I went with my buddy and his old lady went doing some shit years ago, and I went with them once or twice just to look. It wasn't nothing like it was in the 80s though, in the 90s, early 90s. Mostly late 80s was the best. I bet they still have garage sales though these days. They got all them little shops people do. It's basically like a garage sale. but what do they call it? Resale shops. That's basically like a normal day garage sale. Shoot, Raul got them D.O. Reed stuffers, Will. You better watch out. He coming for you. He said his red bike taking on all comers. He's taking you out. Excuse me. I'm going to put the cover on with the 3 screws. We'll end it here. I'm going to put the covers on, though. Put this little cover on. Yeah, that little hit just hurt me. That way I can say, hey, my bottom's finished for now. I think I got a gasket out in the house. If I got a gasket, I may run it. That's a normal screw. One of them's got paint from when I had painted the case gold years ago, which was a mistake. Like, as soon as I painted it, I was like, idiot. Should have left it gray, because it looked way better gray. Stock color. It is what it is. Mistake. Of course, it wasn't going to sit there and work like I wanted it to. Yeah, so I'll cut that screw. I'll hot glue it in that hole and make a, ain't nothing, bro. Ain't nothing but a normal Minarelli. Ain't nothing special going on here. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Stop playing. Stop playing. Look, I'm looking at the screen. I'm not even looking at what I'm doing. I'm looking at the screen, looking at y'all until I get close, and then I'm gonna get in here and lay it out just right how I want it. So yeah, it just needs a one little screw modified, and she'll be good, and it should be secret ops. Just cut the little screw off, hot glue it in the hole. There's no timing plate in there, bro. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Just like yours. Don't worry about it. Just like yours. Let's race. I'm just playing. I got to get me a little guide right here. I got another little engine in the closet. I can pull the little clutch guide out and put right there. Yeah, one day I'll have someone where maybe I have to have a camera though before I can invite someone and we can talk to one another. So I ain't got to do it over the phone. I can hook it into the computer, and I can have someone like Jared or Leonard, or even if Will wanted to hop on. I could have somebody besides me, or Paul could hop on for a minute. Anybody, I'd probably have to send the link out or something like that, or like an email. I don't know what y'all be doing. But yeah, I'd have to have a camera so I can plug it in the computer. Go write it down. Right now, that's set up as good as it can get. It's only if the blues hold or not, the blue springs. But like I said, as soon as the smollett spring comes in and I start building that other little clutch shaft, I'll probably knock that sumbitch out, even though I got everything tight and good and Loctited. Bucking bar was set up for this setup, but I still got more, and I could cut that down if I wanted to, depending on how far it comes out. It should. We'll see. We'll see. Because that was one of the extra bars, or Ryan sent me when I got to stage 3. He sent me like 2 extra pieces about yay long, and they just happened to work out with the stock shaft and the whole bar. I just done away with the bucking bar. I mean the bearing, and just bar on bar. But I bevel into the bar, and I didn't have to cut none off of it. It worked out perfect actually. But I still got another one. This is about this long. There's one that goes with the stage 3s and the CNC engine. The one he sent for the kits specifically, but he threw them other pieces in as extra. I still got one of them. I'll just show you. They're nothing special. You know what he did. He'd always throw, well, not always, but every once in a while, depending on how big the order was or something, he'd just throw in some extra crap. Some of it's crap, some of it ain't. I mean, like I said, these ended up being perfect length. It was like this long piece. That's what I got in there with the stock push bar, whatever you want to call it. It's about this long. I think they was both this long he sent me. These are just extra pieces he threw in the thing last year when I bought it. 12, 22, 23, my bad. Almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago. December of 23. But yeah, I put that one in there, and then the one that comes with the kit's actually with the kit, in the kit. I just have like it. And then I used the spacers in the CNC case to space off my KTM coil, because the smollett case don't come with standoffs. So I used two of the three door standoffs from the RDM Stage 3 kit to space off my damn KTM coil. But I resealed it. Also, I put the square keyway, round square keyway, when I pulled it off the CNC engine, and I pulled it off to have to reset the time, and then it just compression fit, So I put the keyway where I could find it back in this bag, because it's got a few extra parts, and the washers over whatever was like one washer on each. I only used 2 washers on the CNC mounts I didn't need 3, so I have 1 extra of those, and then some other extra odd and end parts in this bag. Bearing spacer. What's up? Yeah, anyway. I'm getting tired rambling now. Yeah. I was just like, it's cool. He gave me 2 scrap bars. It was probably the end of the bar that was in the chuck, It's like he saved every one of them, when he's cutting I don't know, I don't know how the machine fed it in, but that's what it looked like to me. I was like, I'll take them, though. Give me. Yes, engine's on. What's up? Who we got? R2C2 420. Yeah, we've been in here too long, and I started rambling. I'm gonna kill it at a minute 30 though. Even though I still got half a cup of coffee, I didn't hit that bees honey, Water didn't fall over. But yeah, we got a couple more minutes and then we're going to get up out of here. We'll let everybody talk and chill for a couple more minutes. It says we got 8 people in there. So let the chat hang out. Thanks again, Kevin. Used the tool again today. That was the newest one. Magnet inserted scribe on this end. Y'all didn't get to see it earlier. The nice one. The very nice. Magnet stuck in the end. You could use it for many things, anything. But yeah, you pull out the bar, the bearing. And you use this to scribe stuff, anything. But yeah. We got a nice. Yep. So yep. Got to thank SP again for the, even though it is on vacation, for the intake. Actually got intake, plate, head, timer plate, cover. That's about it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Yep. Somebody else go live. Hell, you go live, anonymous. We'll hang out. Just don't have 300 things going on the screen at once, you know. You can just point the camera at your engine or at the bike. Let us look at the bike. You can go live, go live. We want somewhere else to chat. I don't want to be the camera no more. All right. Thanks, guys.